Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's session of the Let's Talk Show by Dalia. How are you doing? How's your day? How's your week? I hope you're doing great. And, well, today's topic is a bit grim. It's a bit heavy, so of course, viewer discretion is advised, but we have to talk about this. I almost died. Intense. So we're talking with two people that had close encounters with death itself. If you've had a similar experience you want to share about, maybe write it down in the comments and we'll check it out. But first, let's welcome our guests for today. Here we have back again our one and only Carmen. Hi, how are you doing today?
Hi, Fan. I'm fine, thank you. It's nice to see you here.
No, nice to see you again. And, well, Carmen, today's topic is a bit heavy, you know? But would you like to share some of your experiences today?
Yeah, I think the closest experience to death I have had is that I had a car accident almost like 3 or 4 years ago. I don't remember very well. But yeah, it was pretty heavy.
Yeah, I guess so. And if you want to, we're going to talk about that a little bit more in a minute because I want to present our second special guest today. Please welcome everyone, Jordi. Jordi.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
Fine, thank you. How about you?
I'm doing fine. And Jordi, you are a new, very recent dad now.
Yeah.
And oh boy, has this event changed your perspective on life?
Yes, of course. I don't want to die anymore.
And you have been close to it 2 times.
Yeah.
If I remember correct.
Yeah. We can call it twice. Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to tell us a bit more what happened in those 2 times?
Well, one of them I only thought I was close to death, and in the other one I was actually close to death. But yeah, I guess like one was only in my head and one was like something that actually happened.
Okay, I would love to hear a bit more about that. But I have a little question for you guys, both of you. If you could describe these events a bit more in depth, and tell me what went through your mind at that moment. Let's start with Carmen.
Okay. Well, I remember we were. It was not so late. I remember. When we left the house, it was still the day. Probably it was like 5 or something. And when we had the accident, it must have been like 7:30 p.m. I don't remember very well. And we were going like pretty fast, no? And we were basically running away from other guys, no? And well, they were chasing us, of course. And I remember that at some point I was just like trying to see what was going to happen, no? And to be honest, my sister says she noticed, no, like the moment when she thought like, you know what, we're going to have an accident. So she tried to protect herself a little bit. I didn't notice that. I was just like seeing or trying to see what was going to happen. And it was very weird because I didn't close my eyes. So I saw everything like going around, no? Turning around. And to be honest, I remember I didn't feel like very scared or in pain or something like in that moment. I remember I had like blurry vision in this eye, no? So I thought like, dang it, I lost my eye, no, or something like that. But no, I mean, after 1 or 2 minutes, it went normal. And for example, I did this to my face, and I had a lot of blood on my hand, So I told my sister, like, you need to take a picture, like of me, because I was really afraid of having my face like very hurt or something. And she was, no, but you're crazy, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, take the picture, no? So she took it, and I saw my face, and it's like, okay, I have blood on it, obviously, but everything seems okay, no?
It's still your face.
Yes, it was my normal face. I will be like in shock, but normal, no? And I remember I called my boyfriend, and I told him, like, we had a car accident. And in that moment, I started to cry like a lot, because then suddenly I realized what had happened. But I mean, to be honest, right now, it's just like, just an experience, no? Kind of funny, I guess. Because, I mean, nobody died, no? Everybody was okay. I mean, of course, we got hurt. The driver got more hurt than everybody, but that's it. But I mean, everybody was fine. That's everything that matters.
Yeah, like, we're obviously glad you're here to share this experience. And you said that your sister, she kind of like curled up in herself, like for impact. And I think psychology says that there are responses that our brain has to danger. And those are 3, which are fight, flight, and freeze. Yeah, so fight, you want to like confront it. Flight, you just run away. And freeze, you completely paralyze. What was your reaction? What did your brain do out of those 3?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know, to be honest, and this might sound horrible, but I was kind of excited, because it was like pure adrenaline, like everything. So I was just paying attention to everything, no?
Jordi, same thing. Like, what went through your mind? What was your brain's response to this situation? Well, both of them, or whichever you want to talk about.
Okay, well, maybe the real one.
Okay.
Yeah, because sometimes when you're like crossing a bridge, or when you walk near a cliff or something, you have like this let's see like how deep it goes or something, and then you start like asking what would it be like to just jump off and let everything go. And well, it was something like that. And French have a specific term for that. They call it the l'appel du vide, something like that. Like this. Yeah,
I knew that one.
Like you like your self-protecting instinct like just disappears, and it's like, okay, you're on your own. Well, I was like waiting for a train, for a subway. And well, the tracks were empty and everything. It was like a normal day. I had just finished working, and I was on my way back home. So I was waiting. The train was not there, and all of a sudden, I had a funny thing is that I don't remember having the thought. I just like felt the urge or the impulse of jumping, and I was like, what's going on? And I mean, of course, at first I was very confused because I was fine. I had like a normal day. There was like no reason to try to do that, but still my body was like, I want to do this. So answering your question of what was my reaction, I guess my reaction was obviously fighting that urge of jumping, because I mean, something that I remember like super clearly, that I felt my legs like struggling because they wanted like to jump, but at the same time they wanted to like pull me back. And it was like a very strange feeling because I had like the two opposite movements at the same time, and it was very strange. So I remember that I had that feeling for a couple of minutes because the train was not there, and I was like, please, let the train arrive. And well, eventually it arrived, and the moment that the doors opened, I remember that I like let things happen, and I literally jumped into the train. Like I couldn't like hold it like any longer. Like I jumped into the train, and I remember that I kind of fell and sat down on the floor of the train, and people looked at me like kind of strange. But yeah, I mean, it was very stressful. Those were like I guess the most stressful minutes in my life.
Oh my God. So like it was a long time, this battle between like your muscles and your brain, or
I mean,
did it feel like
I felt it like that. Honestly, I have no idea how much time it actually was, but it felt like a real long time.
was there anyone like close to you that maybe noticed, or anyone to
Nope.
help? No one. Oh my
Nope.
God.
No, because I have the horrible habit of waiting for a train precisely where there are no people, because I also I am scared of crazy people trying to push me, so I always try to avoid people when I am waiting for a train. But in that case, it was not the best idea.
So, Jordi, if you could go back in time, like leaving all time travel theories aside, like you could just go back and talk to Jordi back then, would you warn yourself of the situation?
Nah. No,
No.
honestly, I wouldn't do that. No, because I think that moment was one of the two moments, actually the first moment, in which I realized how scary it is to be like, let's say, in the presence of death. Like, it's really scary. Like when you feel it coming, it's like, holy cow, please no. But yeah, and of course that really helped me. I mean, as you said, I'm a father now, so I cannot do those things, or I cannot like risk myself or put myself into risky situations because of that. And that feeling I got is like now my signal for everything. Like the moment I get something similar, it's like, no, let's go somewhere else, or let's do something else. But yeah, so I think I wouldn't prevent it from happening, because now I know that perhaps I am not actually ready to leave. So yeah.
What about you, Carmen? Would you go back in time and tell Carmen 2 or 3 years ago, like, hey, don't get in the car today?
I think yes. I mean, because fortunately, like, nothing happened, everything was okay. But I mean, we definitely could have avoided that. Like, it was not necessary. Everything was okay. And I mean, for example, the only thing I am really glad of is that, for example, I remember that day, my little brother and my little cousin wanted to go with us. I mean, and in that moment, they were like 3 or 4 years old. So I am really, really glad they didn't go with us,
I want to go back to what you said, Carmen, because you said that in the moment that this happened, when like the car impacted, you felt a kind of rush. Like you felt kind of excitement, a very weird excitement, but it was there.
Yes.
Are you an adrenaline junkie? Because, like, if you know, there's this term in English, that's adrenaline junkie, which are like people that want to take part in like intense activities or maybe dangerous because they feel this adrenaline rush. They feel like cheating death is amazing. Do you consider yourself one?
No, to be honest, I don't. I mean, I am like a very relaxed person. 2 weeks ago, I fell off my scooter and I was like crying, no, because I fell off a scooter. It's like something so simple. So, no, I would say no. But I don't know. I mean, it's like one of these stupid things. And for example, I don't know, perhaps it's something in the family, because my little brother he's 6 years old, and he's always saying like, we should crash, and what happens if we crash? I want us to crash, no? And it's like, dude, you have no idea what you're talking about, no? I mean, and obviously he doesn't. He's 6 years old. And I think like for many years I was the same, no? Like I have always had this fantasy of what would happen if we had an accident, no? So I think in the back of my head I was like, okay, this is the moment, no?
Jordi, a little birdie told me that your wife wants to go skydiving.
Yeah.
Are you a adrenaline junkie? Like, do you like that?
I would say yes, but it's funny because it's like I want the adrenaline, but at the same time, as you can see from the story I told you, I have like a very good survival instinct. So, for example, I'm the kind of adrenaline junkie that wants like to get into a fight or something, but like I want to get into a fight just to feel it, but I'm going to make it. But for example, skydiving, like you cannot really control everything. So she wants to do it, or at least she wanted to do it, because right now she's like, nah, because now we have a son. And but of course, to be honest, I would want her to have that experience, and I would like to give it a try. But at the same time, I also think, well, yeah, she's right. We have a kid now, so if anything goes wrong, even like a little thing, I mean, she's gonna be an orphan. So that's the thing. Like we want to do it, but we're like, we have to be responsible.
Yeah, of course. And I have another question for both of you guys, because if you haven't, Carmen and Jordi have told their experiences through little texts in the Let's Talk webpage. And Jordi, you said you had a very bad like streak of insomnia, and that led you to this thought of, I'm going to die, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you were ready for it.
Yeah. Yes. Actually, I think it happened before the train incident. So I was like more relaxed about it. I was like, okay, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen, and I can do anything about it. So okay, let's let it happen. Yeah, and well, as you probably know, and the audience also knows, I even gave away some of my stuff. I gave away a watch. I gave away some books. I gave away a lot of things, because I was like, I mean, I'm not going to use them anymore. So here, yeah.
Yeah, and I get that these experiences can be like very hard to manage by yourself. So I want to ask, be it like direct from one of these experiences or not, but have you gotten professional help to deal with these experiences, like the aftermath of these experiences?
No, I didn't. I just like, I remember I just went home. I was like, damn, that was intense, but that was it. Yeah, the next day I woke up, I went to work, I continued my normal life. Of course, I got more cautious about, or when I waited for a train, I like waited like far from the edge. But other than that, nah.
Okay, and what about you, Carmen?
No, I mean, we went to the doctor.
Really?
And it was necessary, really necessary. But I mean, I believe, for example, my sister and I, that were not really hurt, went to the doctor once, no, and that's it. After that, for example, I tried to do some exercises to heal faster and better, but everything was like at home. And for example, yes, my cousin and the driver went more often to the doctor, but not to a therapist or anything like that.
Okay. Okay, that's interesting. And again, to both of you, we are all very glad that you're here to talk about this, to share your experience. And we are running out of time, guys. So I want to go to our section of rapid fire questions, okay? First question. In line with you die, would you like to come back as a ghost or as a zombie?
Ghost.
Ghost is okay.
Probably yes, as a ghost.
Okay, interesting. Next question. Would you rather fight 50 bears the size of a mouse or one bear-sized mouse?
The mouse. I'll take the mouse.
The big mouse?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would take the 50. No, I don't know.
They're tiny.
One. Yes, but I am thinking about like 50 rats attacking me. That would be like the worst. No. Well, no. I guess I would stick with the little bears. Anyway.
Little bears. Okay. And last question. Would you like to know your future, like maybe from you're going to die, or just let it happen?
No, I would.
I would like to know.
You don't like knowing?
What? No. I mean, in this case, no. If any, I would like to know the date, but not how.
Okay. No, I wouldn't like to know anything. Like, no. Because I am a very like nostalgic person. I mean, for example, no, imagine I know that maybe in 2 weeks I'm going to have an exam, no? So I start getting worried like 2 weeks before. So no, if I knew how I'm going to die or anything, probably I would die before. Anxiety or something.
Yeah, the dread gets to you.
Yes.
Okay. So, guys, that was all I had for today. But thank you very much for being here today to share your thoughts, your experiences, and your opinions. Thank you guys for watching this talk show. And if there's nothing else to add to this, we will see you later. Again, thank you very much for being here. And have a great week. Bye.
Bye.